Hey there, and welcome to another Mojo's Kitchen episode. Tonight we're actually doing a new recipe, and you get to join us. This is the first time that we've been trying this, and it's something called Bolognese, and we're going to be serving that over some cauliflower and sweet potatoes. We're mostly using the ingredients that we have to make this happen, so this can be varied to your liking, but this is basically how it's going to go out. We're going to make the Bolognese, which is going to have these ingredients here. It's going to have a couple of bell peppers, red onion, a few shallots, plenty of garlic, about 5 cloves, some cherry tomatoes that we got in our box. I'm just going to use maybe about half of those. I'm also going to be putting in a little tomato sauce. I just got a can for that. Sea salt, pepper, and oregano. Then I'm going to put in a little bit of red wine and balsamic vinegar. And all of that is going to be added to some ground beef and some ground pork, which is right over here. So we have some pasture raised pork and some grass-fed beef, and then over here is just the cauliflower and the sweet potatoes that we're going to steam, and that will be our base, which we pour the bolognese over the top of. So I'm going to start over here, and we'll kind of walk you through this process, and hopefully it will all make sense. So here we go. We are going to crank our heat up to about a medium heat, and I'm going to be adding, you can use coconut oil or butter or something like that, but I'm going to be using bacon fat that I got from a local butcher shop that they use. Everything there is really high quality. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of bacon fat. That's going to add a lot of flavor. Alright, so let me chop all this up and then I will add it together. Okay, so this is chopped up now, and we're just going to add it to our pan here. And this is the bell pepper, the banana pepper, the onion, and the shallots. And we will just saute these until they get a little soft. It could take a couple of minutes.
Okay, so I'm just finishing up chopping up my sweet potatoes and cauliflower over here. Made a little bit of a mess, but I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anyone. So I cut it up in nice small chunks for a couple of reasons. Number one, because it will mix well with everything when I put it on the plate. And number two, because it'll steam more quickly. So we love using cauliflower because it absorbs a lot of the flavors of anything that you put it on. But it's better than rice because it's more of a vegetable instead of a grain. And then sweet potatoes, we just like them a lot, and they have a lot of good nutrients and stuff for us. So we're going to let those steam in there, covered for a while, and they should hopefully be done about the time that we need it to be done.
Alright, shoot this right here real close. And this is the onions and peppers are done, so I'm going to set those aside just in a bowl here. And we'll add those back in later, but for now I need to ground the meat, so put that in. Okay, our meat is browned now, and we're going to add all of our seasonings. So went ahead and minced all the garlic, so we'll add that, which was about 5 cloves. We're going to add 1 can of tomato sauce. Then sea salt. Usually I do about 1 thin layer of it, but it ends up being about 2 to 3 teaspoons or so. Black pepper, we'll just crank this out a little bit, maybe about a 5 count or so. Oregano, same thing with the salt, about 2 to 3 teaspoons worth. Alright, we're going to add a splash of red wine, whatever red wine you have on hand. This is not necessary, it's an optional ingredient, as well as the balsamic vinegar. Just do a splash or two in there. And just stir that up a little bit. I'm reducing my heat now to a lower temperature so it comes to more of a simmer. And you can also see over here our cauliflower and our sweet potatoes are steaming away, and they should get soft here pretty soon. So this is simmering here, and I'm going to add our vegetables back in, as well as some of these gorgeous cherry tomatoes. I chopped up about half a cup's worth. And we'll just stir that in, and we'll let this simmer for a couple of minutes, probably as long as it takes for these to get soft.
Okay, so we're ready to dish it up. This is one of those recipes that I love because what did we use? A cutting board and 2 pots. That's it. Easy cleanup. I love it because it supports our local farmers. Everything is super, super fresh, super, super healthy, and it's going to be delicious. As you can see, this made a ton. It's going to feed us easily for tonight and tomorrow's lunch, maybe even beyond. So 4 or more huge servings. Probably cost $17 to $20, I would say, to make. And here it is. It smells amazing. I'm ready to eat it up.